So talking about the uh, the neural pathways involved, we have a total of three nerves involved in the transfer of these signals from the tongues and other regions where we have the taste buds to the central nervous system. So we have the first one is cranial nerve 7. We have cranial nerve 9 and 10. So what you need to take note is that all nerves that are involved in the transfer of these sensory signals from the taste buds are mixed nerves. So the first one, cranial nerve 7, if you talk about it, um, so cranial nerve 7 will carry information from the anterior two-thirds of the tongue. However, it's not that itself will carry the information. The cranial nerve 7 has other parts which are in direct contact with the taste buds. So we have uh, a total of three parts. The first part is what we call the lingual nerve. That's the first part. Then the second part is what we call the coda tympani. Then the third part is the facial nerve itself, cranial nerve 7. We get? So I'll bring this here. So this is the cranial nerve 7 itself. So where is it going first? It will first go to a station that is in the medulla, which is known as the nucleus tractus solitarius. So this is the region where all the nerves from the taste buds will first synapse. Then we have another nerve, which is cranial nerve 9, known as the glossopharyngeal. So this one will carry the sensory signals from the posterior third of the tongue to the nucleus tractus solitarius in the medulla. So that's cranial nerve 9. Bring it here. And lastly, the third one is cranial nerve 10, also known as vagus nerve, which will carry the sensory information from taste buds in other parts. That is the base of the tongue, the pharynx, the epiglottis. So that is cranial nerve 10 to the nucleus tractus solitarius. So that's our cranial nerve 10. So what will happen to the information from the nucleus tractus solitarius? So from the nucleus tractus solitarius, we have information taken to the thalamus. That's the relay station for the sensory signals except for smell, which we shall cover later. So it will be taken to the thalamus and to a specific region. This region is known as, I summarized it as VPM node. So this VPM node in full, it's the ventral posterior medial nucleus of the thalamus. That's where we have this information relayed, and it's within the thalamus. So this whole thing is the thalamus, but the specific region where the information will go, it's the VPM node. Then from the VPM node, information will have to be taken to the gustatory cortex. That is the primary gustatory cortex, which is in two parts. The first part is within the frontal lobe, and then the other part is within the lateral sulcus of our brain. So the lateral sulcus, we can see here, it's that region. So within this sulcus, we have something, a region called the insula. Have the insula, and then within the frontal lobe, in the inferior portions, we have what we call the frontal operculum. So these are the regions where our information from the thalamus will be taken, and that's why we have the primary gustatory cortex. So we have the insula within the lateral sulcus, and then we have our other frontal operculum within the frontal lobe. So those are the primary gustatory cortices where our information will be taken.